Antavo's Global Customer Loyalty Report 2024 is the report for loyalty programs. I'm Zsuzsa Kecsmar, Chief Strategy Officer and co-founder of Antavo Loyalty Cloud. I'm here to tell you that the trust in customer retention and loyalty programs is worthwhile in more ways than one. In fact, there is a loyalty program renaissance going on these days. But what do other industry leaders think about the current state of customer loyalty? We asked this question.
I think there are a number of different opportunities for loyalty programs at the moment, but I think the key ones are around gamification and personalization. And I think the evolution in technology and data in the past few years has really enabled companies to start thinking around how to do this better. When talking around personalization, I don't mean just changing the title or the name within an email. What I mean is truly differentiating the proposition depending on the type of user that's actually engaging with the proposition. So thinking around the on and off ramps, thinking around the omni-channel experience that consumer has, and that has to be taken into consideration across both digital and physical touch points. And I think that's a real opportunity within loyalty programs at the moment, is how to hyper-personalize and go beyond just the as-is within emails and push notifications.
A seamless omni-channel integration. So to really ensure that all channels and all touch points from a brand are somehow really incorporate into the loyalty strategy. Everything around a seamless redemption process, so to ensure that the customers have it really easy to redeem their points.
In the current market, there are really two things that organisations need to do. The first is relentlessly communicate value in whatever form that takes, be it financial, convenience, or other. And the second is really focus on reliability and dependability.
And last but not least, I think what is also super important and an opportunity is everything around data security and transparency, which gives also the customers more confidence to share information with the brand.
I think loyalty programs were hugely valuable in the economic downturn. When I think of loyalty, I think of trust, I think of relevance, and I think of a value exchange. And I think those brands which are able to demonstrate to users that compelling value exchange when thinking around rewards, different mechanics, the digital experience, those who are able to really convey that to their end audiences and target them in a way that was relevant to them, I think those are the types of companies that are really able to thrive during the economic downturn. And I think what's really important is, although consumers may be spending less in total, they're spending more with the brands that they trust and have that relationship with.
The focus on ROI across all marketing activities is increasing, and loyalty programs, by their very nature being data-driven, have actually been ahead of the curve in proving and demonstrating their ROI. The report finds that 9 in 10 organisations report a positive ROI of nearly 5x.
I think we've seen a significant shift within loyalty programs of late, and that might be with companies taking their first step into loyalty programs or completely revamping them based on the different audiences that they're trying to target. If I think of Tesco Club Card, no longer is it a nice to have when I walk into the store. It's a must use in order to generate the value from that program. I think there are other, for instance, supermarket retailers that haven't necessarily taken that in yet. And when I walk into the store, I don't necessarily pull out my card as a must have. And I think that's a really smart shift that we're seeing. I also think around mobile first, I think around premium loyalty programs, and a big shift that we've seen lately is the partnership model.
Of course, a loyalty program needs to be relevant to be successful. If you want members to be active and redeem their rewards, you better be good at micro-targeting.
Micro-targeting, so really to ensure that the data you collect from a customer are used in the right way to provide them with the right benefits or with the right messaging to ensure they're really engaged with the brand. A program that does micro-targeting very well, from my point of view, is the My Club program from Carrefour. It's a European program that is live in many countries and is free to join. And what they're actually doing in the context of micro-targeting is that they provide personalized offers, discounts and benefits for their customers based on their shopping habits. And even though maybe the discounts are not that sexy, still the way how they're doing this kind of micro-targeting is implemented very successfully. A trend that is going to be dominant from my point of view are paid memberships, combined maybe also with premium programs, so that customers need to pay a fee to be part of a community and part of a program, but obviously therefore also getting very high class benefits and rewards within this program. And last but not least, generative AI, where, for example, a super interesting use case could be to get an overview of which customers haven't been bought recently within the last 30 or 60 days, for example, and then to really create a small campaign dedicated to this specific customer in order to ensure this customer will interact with the brand again and, best case, obviously also buy a product or a service again.
There's one last trend we cannot overlook, and that is replatforming. In order to stay competitive and guarantee high ROI, businesses can't rely on old loyalty technology, legacy loyalty technology. And this is how replatforming your loyalty program comes into the picture. And this is something that Antavo's tech can also help with.
Well, what's really interesting is the report indicates that nearly 7 in 10 organizations are looking at replatforming the technology at the same time as revamping the program. And of course, that's a really sensible thing to do. But what's interesting is that organizations are looking at this as perhaps the last major replatform that they'll need to do. They're looking at being future focused and choosing a technology that's going to grow with them, not just for this program revamp, but future revamps as well. So organizations obviously understand that it's a huge upheaval to replatform a loyalty program. If they can get the replatform right with a product that's future focused and is going to develop and grow in line with their needs, then hopefully it's the last time that they're going to need to move from one platform to another.
Issues when revamping loyalty programs. The first of which, overcomplicating the program. The second often stems into deviating away from the real value exchange that you had previously with end users and trying to do too much or forget actually what it is that consumers value about the brand and almost removing the relationship and the trust that they had. And I think also, as you start to revamp programs, you consider, can I extend my program to new audiences? I think that's where it gets really interesting, but at the same time, you need to always remember what it is that you're trying to offer users and what's that compelling value exchange that you can generate and justify them really coming in, particularly if you then start to think around the more premium loyalty programs where you ask for an upfront value exchange before you even start to generate and give them those benefits.
There are two. One is to do with strategy and the other is to do with operations. From a strategy perspective, it's about making sure the loyalty program is aligned to the competitive advantages of the organization. So for example, if you have a large store network, use it. Find reasons to get people into the stores and explore ways that you can monetize that. Think about new collaborations, for example. And then on the operational side, think about the way that intelligence can power the way the program communicates with customers. You should be able to understand when you expect the customer to shop with you again, track it, and if they haven't shopped with you again, that's your opportunity to engage and your opportunity to incentivize.
The Global Customer Loyalty Report is the report of the industry. Last year, 7,000 industry professionals downloaded it. You can learn more about the 24 research and trends. Just download it from Antavo's website.